McHenry, but I was raised in Crystal Lake. I have attended a church, or been a member of a church here in McHenry for almost 50 years now. I grew up in that church. And I work at the McHenry Public Library, and I've been employed there for 22 years. In 2020, I had the privilege of moving to McHenry. I was super excited about that opportunity. Because of COVID, rent had been lowered enough to where I could move into this place. It was a studio apartment, but that was fine. It put me in McHenry. And I know people in my life are like, you're so weird. Why do you want to live in McHenry? There's something I'm like, I want to live in McHenry. I'm connected to McHenry. And so, it was going great for a while because the raises I was getting at the library was balancing out with the rent increase. And things were going good, but we were hearing rumors that they were planning on raising the rent back up to where it was before COVID. And, when you're already living tight, that getting tighter was like, how am I going to do this? I don't understand how I'm going to do that. As most of you know, it only takes one little bump in life to throw everything off track. Within a 4-month span, 2 had hit me. So I started the process of what I needed to do to get an apartment at Taylor Place, because I had already been watching step by step what was going on here and started that. I got my information to Rose, I think it was on the 28th of April. It was crazy because I was doing all this on the hopes that I would get approved and that I would get a unit here, because I really didn't have a second option plan. I would stop out front and just pray over all the workers. I'd see you guys up on the roof, up on the scaffold. I'd pray over, Lord, whether I live there or not, please don't let any of them have any kind of major accidents. Everybody that's losing their mind at this point, trying to make this continue to go forward, please watch over them. My niece was like, are you going to pray over this place every time we drive by it? Yeah, pretty much so. But it was exciting and fun, and I signed the paperwork on October 8th, got the keys on October 10th. My friend and I was standing at the island in my unit, and she looked at me and she's like, what are you going to name the place? Because I name everything. My cars have names, my apartment had names, everything gets a name. And I said, oh, that's simple. I'm going to call this place here at Taylor Place, my personal unit is going to be called Oasis. And the reason for that is because this is my little water spot in the middle of my desert. So it's special to me. And I was at all, I can't believe you guys thought of, there's so many little bells and whistles in that place. It's, I have people ask me, how's the new place? I'm like, it's so beautiful. And it's perfect. And they're just like, you're so crazy. And I'm like, no. Anyway, I just want to say, and I don't know everybody that was involved in making, because I know it come from a thought in a head, in somebody's head, and then other people had to get involved. And there's issues that you have to go through, and I'm well aware of all of that, but I want to just say thanks to all of you for pushing forward, for making it a reality, because I appreciate it. My address had to change. I had to move, but I'm still a resident of McHenry, and for that I am truly grateful.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Richard Koenig. I'm the Executive Director of Housing Opportunity Development Corporation. This happened to be last opening we did. I got to follow our wonderful keynote speaker with tears in my eyes, because this is why we do it, right? This is why we're here. This is why we put up with all these years, all the difficulties that we go through. It's because we're trying to create a home for people. Creating a home is the most important thing that we can possibly do. My organization develops affordable housing throughout the suburbs, and every home that we create makes a difference in someone's life. I wish we could tell you all of the stories similar to Kimberly's. Everyone has that same story. So when we start this process out, people are afraid of who's going to live there, right? We show up at a community meeting, we show up at a public meeting, and we say we want to build homes for people, we want to build affordable housing, and everyone has this vision of how scary people are going to be. If we could only take Kimberly to every meeting, what a difference it would make. But this is who we're building homes for. This is why we do this. This is why we take the years and years of putting projects together, finding the sites, getting the development. So I just want to thank everyone in this room who's been a part of this project. Every one of you has had an impact. Every one of you has been involved in some way of pushing this forward. The amount of time that it takes, just think, if we started a project today and it took 5 years, we'll open by 2031. Just picture how long it takes to get these through the system. When we announced that there was an opening, when we opened the wait list, hundreds and hundreds of people applied to live here. Like Kimberly, they may have been watching, they may have watched it go up, they may have seen what was going on, they may have found out about it from a friend, they may have found out about it from a village newsletter. Somehow they found a way and they recognized that they needed an opportunity. The folks that live with us need that opportunity, they need that chance to be able to stabilize their lives. They can afford to pay the rent, they want to live in the community, but they can't afford what's out there in the market. And that's why why we need to be able to create more options. We need to be able to open up those opportunities so that people who want to be part of the fabric of this community can stay here, can come back here, can live here, and continue to be part of the community. Someone said that as they drove up to the building today, they pulled into the parking lot and they wondered where the building was that was the affordable housing. They didn't recognize this is that building. This is that resource. This is that great. Remember we said we're going to create a great community asset? This is what the building is. So we're so proud to be involved. We're so proud that you're all here today. So proud and thankful for all of you to be part of this.